Yes, everyone. Yeah, today is a special program. I challenge a young boy, from Sarasat School, Bangkok. He's so wonderful, and I would to start the greeting by a word that relating to what we're gonna to share together today. Om Shanti.
Oh, sure.
Because I learned these words from India when I went there on last April. Yeah. So because of the time is so limited, let's start sharing the things you are going to do for this group. First of all, please be welcome to my program, and hopefully our conversation today will be beneficial to the others audience who will watch our conversation. First, welcome, and please introduce yourself, Ukrit
Sure, sure.
Dekada.
Yes. Hello, guys. I'm Mukher Dekota from Sarsa Sector School, Bangkok, Thailand. And I was born here to my Nepalese parents. My race is Nepali, but my nationality is Thai. Now I'm currently learning in year 10, and I have joined this competition called World Peace. That's my brief explanation of myself.
Yeah, it is. It's a. It's a truly brief. Okay, let's go back to gallery. Yeah, I'm not good at the manage Zoom. Yeah, that is great. And the reason why we are here, because I happened to watch your teaser video, 5 minutes 40 seconds. It's so amazing. It's so
Thank you.
amazing, and it is, in my point of view, is so informative. And the things like I start with the greeting words, Om Shanti.
Oh,
That's implying peace. That is about your project. Your project you're gonna join, and you are one of the participants. And I love to ask the first question after brief introduction. Peace is the things most important for the human being, for humanity to stay together. So my question is, what the reason? What the reason you join this project? Is it self-motivated? Is it?
To start off, let me just say that I was invited into this competition. My teachers, they told me about this competition. They make me acknowledge about this competition. Then I started, thinking, analyzing like what are the disadvantages, what are the advantages, and and I also talked to my parents, and I just decided, why not try once in your life? And peace is a great idea. It's a great topic to make you alert in society, that show your ideas into society. How could we achieve peace? What are the reasons behind world peace? Why can't we have peace in our world? And because of these questions, I found my solutions of inner peace, and that's the solution I am now presenting as my title of my presentation in this competition.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Peace belong to everyone.
Sure.
And I noticed that after reviewing the others teaser video, yeah, uh, like a big umbrella of the project is a piece, but the individual they have created their own topic relating to their something in the big umbrella piece. For your is inner peace. Why?
Yes.
Why you make your topic specific as inner peace? What that is mean? Please tell us more about your intention.
Let me just say that I got this idea from Lord Buddha. I'm really interested in his dharma or his teachings, and his main motivation is about inner self or inner peace. So for me, example, the emotions such as angriness, greediness, egos are all caused by lack of inner peace. It is not about having those emotions, it is about how to cope with those emotions, and how to apply without those emotions in your life. And that's the way we could achieve peace. What is the cause of war? What is the cause of bullying? What are the cause of corruptions? It is all lack of inner peace. And for me, it is lack of inner peace is the root cause of all violences occurring in our world. That's why I have targeted inner peace as my title.
Okay, yes, that's great. And you said that the root because of the when we're talking about the smallest unit of the society is a family. Yeah, everyone know. But if you can be good at the family relationship, that is a root. And then little by little, like we connect the smallest unit of the society, and it's become bigger from one family, like in housing estate, it become a housing estate in the province, in the nation, community, and finally we come to this globe. And it said that regarding to fully digitized age, he said that we are all one tribe, and this world becomes so small, like a one village, and to stay together in peace. That is the things everyone expecting. But because of the and keywords, I just noticed that you just said this: the cause is a root cause of the problem, and I also listen many times to your teaser video. You focus on a verse that the root, if I'm right, it's the greed. Greed is create the many problems and destroy the people and destroy everything. Even the finally, it's come to the smallest unit of the human being, like a family. It's like a chicken and egg situation, and we
Yes,
start
yes, yes.
our thinking, our thought by a positive and constructive mindset from the smallest unit called family. Please tell us why you mentioned this big word, greed, is the root of the problem. And a little bit more, I noticed that you try to connect bug, yeah, and you try to correlate the bug, and this is something
Yeah.
you should, your friends sometimes, you challenge your friends with the one question, yeah, about a little bug that sometimes you feel
Yeah.
noise, but even it's do nothing to you, but you just feel from like
Mm.
your emotion. And please connect greed and why you try to explain your thoughts by the backstory.
For the greed part, greed is the cause of many things, such as wars, easily. I have, in my presentation, I have given you an example of a king who wants the gold of another state, and he started, declaring war, started like his allies to join him. And what is the outcome of war? Mothers crying, wives crying loomed all over the country, the sadness on everyone's faces. And that's only the effect on society. But what about the effect on, I mean, that's the effect on the individual. What about the effect on society, such as political instability, economic disruption, global warming? That is all caused by one man's greed. This was the example I gave you in my presentation. I think this is the cause of every war. This is the cause of every corruptions. This is the cause of nearly every problems. Not only greeds, but also angriness, egos. We have to start decreasing these things in our lives. Actually, when like before I did this presentation, we had to join a workshop of this competition, and there's a psychologist who was trying to less his egos, because he told us that ego is really dangerous. You have to start decrease the amount of egos, because it's really dangerous. It makes you think superior to other. It creates a fixed mindset to you all, not a growth, mindset. Fixed mindset means not accepting others, not not when you are not willing to understand others and you are not willing to say that yes, I'm wrong. These things are really, really dangerous in our society because we have to accept ideas, because ideas are the one that construct our society. And for the later part you asked me about, can you please remind the question again, please, after the Greek part?
Yeah, this
Yeah, the
a
backstory, right?
bug, the
Yeah,
backstory.
yeah, yeah,
Why? What is your idea when,
yeah.
by analogy, you compare the things you are gonna presenting by like a backstory? Yeah, please
Yes,
make
yes.
it clear.
For me, in presentation, sharing a story is an easy way to relate to your audience. So I started thinking about stories, that I could really relate to my audience. And this story, 99% of the time you have faced this story. 100%. These little bugs running through your legs, it is so annoying. Bugs don't even bite you, and like it is so annoying. They, like, why are we annoyed to them? They are just living their lives, but we are annoyed, we are angry. It
Mhm.
shows the lack of inner peace. And by this, I easily related this story with my audiences. And this is an easy topic. I don't want to go to wars because I have not experienced wars myself, and many of my audience didn't experience wars too. So by using the bug story, I have told you an easy way, I have expressed an easy way to communicate with you audiences, and told you that if a small bug could annoy me so much, what would happen if it was a bigger issue? How would I be able to cope with those issues? Would I be angry and lose out my mind, or how would I deal with those situations if I can't deal with those small little bugs? And yeah, that's like some brief story of the bug story.
Yeah, I agree, and I so happy and very easily understood when I listen. When you compare with the things the big thing you're gonna to deliver to audience by something they are people get used to. People always annoyed. So
Yes.
mosquito like a small bug, yeah, and okay, instead of the greed, yeah, that is a very hard word. I a little bit reduce to a word that quite similar. It is demanding. People, when they
Mm.
are so demanding, for me, it is normal. But if the too much demanding, that's getting close to greed. That is not good. And they try to think that any means to take advantage to others. That start the problem. And I assume
Yeah.
you know about our passing King Ramanai, his
Yes.
philosophy, his sufficiency economy that he tried to convince Thai people to be in like a sufficiency economy. That
Yeah.
means that reduce the something like a greed. And could you please connect the idea of the sufficiency economy of our passing King Rama IX?
Yes. As my information now, King Ramana told us about sustainability. How are you going to live sustainably according to your life, according to your position? So for me, he told us that don't don't overdo things. Live the way which is the best for you. And the way he told us the sufficiency economy, I think it's a really good idea because not all have wealth, not all have positions, but it is for you to do the best you can do, which is actually related to growth mindset, which is the opposite of fixed mindset. It's not, don't think that you can't do things before you start doing that thing, which could easily relate to the sufficiency economy our late King Rama IX told us. And it is really good idea, and I want all of you watching here to implement this into your own life.
Yeah, exactly. That is what I totally agree. And that there are so many things. Even I listen from your 5 minutes, 40 seconds, but there's so many keywords in there. And at the start of your program, you mentioned about the like a quote, self-control is strength,
Right.
right? Thoughts are mastery,
Master.
and calmness is power. Yeah, among three, what I love most is calmness is power, because I would share that something that's about the mindfulness. If you have the
Yes.
mindfulness, you start controlling yourself first. And if you can't control yourself, how can you control the other things around?
Yes.
Yeah, that is the things when you compare with the bug, you feel annoyed by a little things that never ever hurt you, but
Yes.
that's because of the things from your inner. That's your out of control, your emotion.
Yes.
Yeah. And you mentioned these words again in the end of your presentation. The whole things is at the end of your presentation. Surely that is the key. But and you also mentioned the negative consequences of the unrest or the war. I
Yes.
think the project is the right time, because as you know, at this moment is this unrest happened. Yeah. And okay, not touch about the politic issue, but that is the things exiting. But I'm not sure if it should take uh, so long to finish this unsatisfied thing for the human being. And you said that the negative consequences, yeah, is a political, like instability,
Yes.
economic disruption, and to touch about the something like a global issue, like a global warming. Yeah,
Yes.
that's all because of the greed, like to take
Yes.
advantage to each other. Yeah, and okay, I would love to listen more. Yeah, when you mention many beautiful words, like you said that you try to compare the common things to make audience understand in the easy way of your presentation. You know that what I love most when you are mentioned about the things, or mostly about the emotion from inner, from yourself. Because if you forget about yourself, you never have the something called the compassion. In my point of view, passion is the things you try to achieve for yourself. But the thing you are doing and you are showing now is more than compassion. It is about the compassion. You are, in my eyes, compassionate person
Thank you
who
so much.
think of the others. And the words that is very well known and you try to use instead of the empathy is put yourself in other shoes. Yeah, that is a very beautiful. And it implies that your English competency is very good. Yeah, please explain me. Yeah, um, how to explain when you have the mindset of the empathy by put yourself in the other shoes, and please connect a bit to the earlier question of the calmness is power. How can correlate it to that? If you care of the others, and why is come to the calmness, and finally it's come to superpower.
Yes. Let me just say that put oneself in another's shoes means don't do things you don't like to others. To love others as you love yourself. So how could we connect that to calmness is power? Calmness is power means like you don't do things that you don't like to others. Like calmness, be calm. When others do something like you don't like to you, be calm. Calm is key. Buddha like gave us example of if someone throw a red powder into the skies, the sky won't be red. The powder would just, you know, go like just fall down. It won't survive. Our heart should be like that. Like those words like bullying or someone just started, shouting at you, be calm. Don't let that red powder conquer your mind. And put someone in, like, put oneself in another's shoes, meaning don't do things that you don't like to others. So be calm and don't do things you don't like to others. Control yourself. Have right thoughts. As I said, self-control is strength, right thoughts are mastery. Right thoughts. Right thoughts could be easily related to put oneself in another's shoes, because intelligent people won't do things that create conflicts, won't do things that creates, controversy in our social groups, such as friends, families, etc. So I really encourage the fact to be calm, to have right thoughts, to control, because being calm is control yourself, and by being calm you could have right thoughts. So the root is to be first be calm, then control yourself, then have right thoughts. By having right thoughts, you could show love yourself, love yourself as you love others.
Mhm. Yes, thank you.
So
Thank you.
yes.
Yeah, that is why the first key sentence is that self-control is strength.
Yes.
It's so close correlated, right? I would like to share you something because I read a book. It is a great book. It's over 100 years and it's still in fashion. I'm not sure if you read this great book written by American author. It's How to Win Friends and Influence People. You heard about this book? It is a great book.
No, but I would
Okay, I will tell you what is the
Sure.
things that I love in this book. What I love most is a sentence mentioned because if you try to take advantage on the other, if you look down the others and you try to compare the other, little by little you feel more and more unhappy. Yeah, it depends on the benchmark you are referring to. But the key sentence in this book is that don't measure others by yardstick of your own age. That is the key, because when you start comparing you with others, okay, if you are better than the other, you feel happy.
Yes.
And whenever you feel like a lower, you feel unhappy. But that's things are all the like a fake thing. It's not become the in real time existing. It's not exist actually, but you try to assume and you try to imagine by yourself and make you feel unhappy and start looking for the any means to take advantage of others. And by the keywords you repeat, like greed, without any good reason to do that. And if you like to be happy with the people around, it's said in this book that you have to be a good listener. Yeah. And by nature law, every human being have 2 ears and 1 mouth. It implies that you're supposed to listen double more than speaking. And it said in this book as well that the best conversationalist is someone who almost said nothing. Be a good listener. And why I try to connect this context to the piece, because I think you experience by yourself. If you keep talking and no one listen to you, how do you feel? And
Yes.
on the contrary, if you talk and people listen to you, that means they are showing respect to you. And how do you feel? You feel proud and you feel happy. Yeah, that is the things that said in the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And if people feel happy, love each other, treat and respect each other, automatically the world become like a peace place for us, for everyone. Yes, that is thing that I love to share. Another things that make the big problems in our society as like a human being love to be important. When you feel you have the feeling of importance, if you can control like a Buddha teaching in the middle way, it's okay. But it's a little bit move to the left or the right, and finally to extremely left or right, it start the things like we are avoid, like a conflict, contradict, and whatever. Yes. Okay, I will leave for you to feel free to present about your expecting and your goal as you set to join, just in case you can get the like a popular word and you can pass all the criteria and what you are gonna do for Thailand, for this globe.
In my presentation, I have one point I call 25% tipping point. 25% tipping point means that if you can convince 25% of your friends to not do something, all of your friends won't do something. This is caused by trends, social medias, etc. So first of all, I would have to change myself. I have to control myself. I have to have the calmness, the power of calmness is in myself first. Then I should apply those ideas of mine to my relatives or my surroundings, such as friends, families, etc. And if 25% of my family started thinking about peace, then later, because of conversations, all of my families will be motivated by peace. They will have vision of peace. This 25% tipping point is the key to achieve world peace, because by small little 25%, you could actually achieve world peace. This is based on the research. I can't remember the author name, sorry, but
Okay.
this is really interesting because imagine like 25% of your friends, you told something to 25% of your friends to not do something, and then later, oh, don't do that thing. So if I can convince 25% of my friends or my families to not be violent and start moving their minds on peace, and then all of my friends and families won't be violent people. They will start having the calmness, the power of calmness. Then they will start to spread the ideas to their own relatives. So it will be larger the community. It will start from me to the community, and it will start going to the province. It will start going to the nation, and one day Thailand will be center of peace. And if Thailand is the center of peace, the peace will be distributed in Southeast Asia. And if Southeast Asia, then Asia. And if Asia, then all of the world. Imagine with one man, you could actually achieve peace. In contrast to the war situation that I told you, that one man's greed caused war, but this time one man's peace caused world peace. This is quite interesting and this actually motivates me to don't let others to start, then you start. Why don't you be the first ones to start and convince others to start? Do you get this point? Like,
yeah, that's
don't
great.
wait for others. Don't wait for others. Do it by yourself. Start it by yourself, because others will see you how dedicated and how changed you are, and they will start to think that, whoa, it is actually a good idea, and they will start to change by themselves. And this is just a simple theory of mine to convince people to achieve world peace by the concept of inner peace.
Yes, yes, thank you. Very amazing, Ugrit.
Thank you.
You have many things in common. As I am thinking, because when you said you start from yourself,
Yes.
I also think about again our passing King Ramanai. He said that you're supposed to think big. You're supposed to have the big dream. If you like to be a very great in the future entrepreneur, you're supposed to think big, think global because of the dream that you can have your unlimited creativities, but you have to start small. Think big, start small is the legacy of the king. He lived for people, not only Thai but the world citizen. Or, on the other words, think global, act local. Why I said that? Because the thing you're gonna do, even you are a small boy of the 15 years old, but the things you are doing is great. And agree with what you said that we have to start from yourself like a smallest unit of the living creature, and you start to connect. Yeah, if you know about the soft skill, you support to have the critical thinking, you support to have the collaborative thinking. Yeah, when you start connecting with the people and to reach the global goal, you start to connect from your friend and bigger through the collaborative thinking. And I'm so proud of you because the thing you are doing not just only your family pride, but when you show to public, you are inspired thousand, 10,000, and millions people.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the great thing that I keep very close eye to your activities, and that is why I make today happen. And I love to share this to public to see that the 15 years, it doesn't matter how old you are. Yeah, but the thing you're thinking, even the small, like it said that, I'm not sure, it says something like if you pick just one small flower, is have the impact to the farthest star. Have you heard about this?
No, I
Okay,
haven't.
let's say in Thai. In
Yes.
Thai means if the อุกฤษเด็ดดอกไม้ดอกเล็ก
ครับ
ๆมันจะสะเทือนถึงดวงดาว
Oh,
Yeah, so hopefully what you are doing, even many people think it's so small, but finally, like a COVID-19, it
yes.
start from the like very small the disease, deadly disease, and just overnight, let's say, it spread over the world, and then it create quite enormous
Damage.
problems. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
same thing, the same idea. So I would love to say that it is my honor to have you with us, and surely by permission based, I love to get your permission to share our conversation today
Yes,
to
sure, sure.
public, and we have the only 5 minutes, and I would love you to share again about your personal interest and what is your goal you would like to achieve. And that is the last word for the end of our program. But the things, just in case if you if you win this competition, and I would say that by technology, when you are at the German, I would have something like a live streaming with you, and like I keep reporting what is going on in there. That is what I expecting, and I hope it would come true. Yeah. Okay, please tell something even in any language if you love, because feel free to
Sure.
to share and convince the things you love to do.
Before I go into my language, I would just want to say thank you so much to Mr. Pipad for giving me this wonderful opportunity to join this Zoom meeting and expressing my ideas to the world. And it is a great honor for me too to have you here to supervise me. And it has been a great Zoom call today. And now let's head on to the. I'm going to talk in Nepalese. सबैलाई नमस्कार म अरुण पन्थ तपाईहरुको नेपाली छोरो आज म चाहिँ यहाँ जुम मिटिङको कलमा डाक्टर पिफाटसित आज मैले जोइन गरिरहेको छु अन्ततमा यही भन्न चाहन्छु कि भित्री शान्ति या आन्तरिक शान्ति नै हो जो हामीलाई विश्व शान्तिको मार्गमा लिएर जान्छ हामीले जब भित्री शान्तिको लक्ष्य प्राप्त भए हामीले भित्री शान्तिको लक्ष्य प्राप्त भइसकेपछि हामीले बल्ल संसारको शान्ति बनाउन सकिन्छ आफूबाट सुरु गरेर बल्ल अरूलाई सिकाउन हुन्छ अरूलाई नठेर्नु आफूबाट सुरु गर्नु and I just said that inner peace is the root cause of violence and I want you all to achieve inner peace to achieve world peace and I also told them that to don't wait others to start but start it by yourself so that you could be the first to experience and the first to distribute these ideas to all over the world and yeah this was just the summary of my talk.
Yes, thank you very much. It is so cool. Yeah, last words, and I love to tell you. Yeah, and my short words is go be you always. That is the things I would like to recommend and do the best. Not only Thai, but not only any countries, but globe. We are all one tribe. We are all relatives. Yeah, we stay together, and hopefully the things you are creating will make our place a better place for peace. And like to close program by the I'm not sure it's a Sanskrit or Samskrita. It's Om Shanti.
Yes, Om Shanti. Yeah.
Om Shanti. And I would say that thank you very much. It's my honor for your participation today, and good luck. And take care and look forward to having you in Germany as our country's representative. It is you will gonna be the pride of not nation, pride of this globe. Thank you. สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ thank you so much ครับ
สวัสดีครับ ยินดีครับ welcome ครับ ครับ
thank you
thank you welcome
bye have a good evening
thank you ครับนั่นก็คือน้องอุกฤษนะครับเดลกาดานะครับผู้ที่สมัครนะครับร่วมโครงการสันติภาพนะครับก็ได้มาให้ความรู้นะครับให้แรงบันดาลใจแล้วก็เป็นตัวอย่างที่ดีนะครับของเยาวชนของโลกใบนี้นะครับที่จะเติบโตไปนะครับโลกใบนี้มันเล็กลงมากนะครับ we are all one tribe เราเป็นคนเผ่าเดียวกันนะครับเราทำทุกอย่างนะครับเพื่อจะลดความขัดแย้งสันตินะครับถ้าเรามีเป้าหมายเดียวกันเพื่อโลกใบนี้สันติภาพนะครับเกิดขึ้นได้แน่นอนนะครับเราเป็น World Citizen นะครับพบกันใหม่คราวหน้าพิพัฒน์ วงศ์วิวัฒน์สวัสดีครับ